Hi, Master Trent from Kinetic Martial Arts. I've got two questions this week, one from an instructor and the same question actually from one of our parents who was attending a grading, which is how do we decide when somebody is ready to grade and what's the criteria for it? Always a touchy subject in the martial arts world. Gradings have been around for a long time. Some environments have graded people and they've had their belt system delegitimised by the people they've given belts to. Other martial arts environments have maintained the legitimacy of their belt grading system and the respect of it. So how do we satisfy this in our own small little martial arts club and contribute to it properly? First of all, I think we can't grade everyone the same. We've got to think of segmenting our people and grading each of them applicable to their best interest for their long-term benefit and for the long-term benefit of the art. I've got three criteria that I use and I hope you can make use of these skills as well. First is practical. Can the person do all the skills on their belt? Can they do all the moves? Can they pull them off in either light sparring or in some other testing system? If they're doing shoulder rolls, for example, can they do a dive shoulder roll? If they're doing kicking, can they kick high? If they're doing throwing, can they throw a slightly heavier partner? If they're doing sparring, can they score? If they're grappling, are they able to get to mount and hold that position? So all those skills, are they able to do it against a resisting partner or at a difficult physical level? I'm going to call them physical. So we're going to segment first group, they physically satisfy their skills. Some people find it very difficult. We don't want to omit them from our environment and we don't want to discourage their development and their progression. So how can we satisfy it? Second group of people, we're going to call them theoretical. That means that they know the skill, they know it forwards, they know it backwards, they know the moves that relate to it. If they know patterns, they know how to, I don't do patterns, but if they know patterns, they know how to do the pattern forwards, backwards, they can start midway through the middle of it. They know how to translate that pattern into a practical skill for self-defense. If they're a grappler, they know the whole system forwards and backwards and they can demonstrate it with a compliant partner. So we can say theoretical, so we'll have physical, theoretical. Put those two people aside. We've got a third group of people that find it very difficult to fit in that practical group and find it very difficult also to fit in that really cerebral, theoretical level. Should we omit them from our martial arts school? I say no. But we don't want to just give them belts and levels and let them progress and delegitimize the skills and the development of other people or the belt level of other people. How do we grade these people? What we can do with this group of people is longevity and commitment. Nothing can beat hours on the mat with high effort. So if we just take these people and say, man, we just need to see you turning up. And if they've turned up twice as much as everybody else, that is a valid way for them to be progressed. If they've just put in that much effort, that much commitment, then we can progress them and it will be legitimate and their peers will respect that progression as well. The problem comes down to when people are incapable of practical, incapable of theoretical, and have not demonstrated a high level of commitment. Once we get to that group, we have big problems. So I really encourage you to tick one of these three boxes: physical, theoretical, or very strict commitment. That's my message about gradings. If you've got any comments or questions, I'd really appreciate them. Gradings are a really touchy subject for a lot of people. My name is Master Trent. I'll see you on the mats.